Hi everybody, the Mature Simmer here. Welcome to this week's edition of Mods Worth Noting. The first thing I noticed was a new production by Farmer Jeb that works across all platforms, and it's Old General Mill. So it's basically a multi-production facility that is modeled after a 1900s era type of mill. And you can see it produces grape juice and oil, sugar, flour, pig food, chaff, definitely lots of different items mixed together in the production, similar to what you would expect from an older factory like that. So for those who think very different than me, who love rolling their fields, if you want to add in contracts for rollers, this mod will do that for you. So nothing fancy, very simple. The Great Pumpkin, as we're nearing Halloween here. If you want to go ahead and have a pumpkin on your farm, here's a way to do it. So if you want a slightly different version of greenhouses, you can go with Small Garden. This still lets you produce tomatoes, strawberries, and lettuce, but it's in a garden format instead of a greenhouse. There is also a change where they require that you have something that they're calling garden substrate, and this requires you to have the package of premium pallets and bags by the same modder as well to let you utilize that. So I'm not sure when this mod came out, but this is an update, but this was significant enough that I wanted to mention. There's a crop rotation mod, so they've updated it to include a new planter, which you can see here below. But if you've used Seasons in FS19, it had crop rotation and required you to change things so you could improve yield and so forth. So this mimics a lot of those features, it appears, but it also takes advantage of some of the information in FS22, where you can see it goes into these dialogues, and you now have a crop rotation line that will show up within that dialogue as well if you use this mod. So this is a simple mod for those who don't like refilling water. So there's automatic watering system, which will mimic automatic irrigation, and you can simply turn it on and off when you go into your factories or greenhouses. This must be the week for new contract types. So similarly, if you've been missing roller contracts, if you've been missing lime contracts, this mod will allow you to add those into your game. Tree Nursery is a greenhouse that produces ornamental trees, so another variation for your greenhouses and productions. Another new factory is a concrete production plant by Mack Trucker 921 that works across all platforms. So taking a look at this, it's definitely intriguing. Obviously it produces concrete, but it needs lime, gravel, and sand to do that, and it actually lets you produce all of those. So gravel and sand come from stones, and you can purchase limestone in bins at the store and grind them into lime at the concrete plant, or you can obviously just buy lime. So this is a production similar to the original mineral feed that occurs in some things in the game that really you could only buy, but it's nice to see that gravel and sand you don't have to purchase. So you'd have to do some work in the plant itself to grind things up to produce your inputs for the concrete that you see here. But likely the concrete will bring you a higher sell price. So all in all, just always nice to see completely new production chains that haven't been covered in the game before. So for new types of greenhouse material, there's vegetable greenhouses that produce melon and watermelon. The recipe appears the same for either product. It's just what you want to have output and work with. And then of course, since it's a new fill type, sales stations included. And that gets us through this crop of new mods. I'll see you next time.